Um, hi, Phoenix. You're always the first. How do you do it, actually? It's, it's pretty impressive. Let's wait for a couple more people and let's get started. By the way, can you hear me? Phoenix, can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me, guys? Phoenix is not responding. I need some confirmation that the connection has been established. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry for being late. I was on a call and yeah. So basically, let's cut to the chase, I think. Yeah, so and I will make this announcement. So next week on Tuesday, we start the testnet campaign. And we have the questing platform, we have everything, and it will be revealed next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, it all starts. It's pretty low key because I wanted to share this great news with our core community first, but on Tuesday, we will have a major announcement. So testnet campaign is starting, and the questing platform where you can make the transactions and receive points that will be converted into Unit Zero token later, will launch. After that, like in a week or two, we're gonna start TVL campaign. And the first token that will be participating in the TVL campaign is, what do you think? Which token it is? It is Waves, guys. So first we will start with Waves. You will have to stake your Waves, lease it to some node, and you will receive Unit Zero tokens for it eventually. And in terms of like TVL, Waves campaign will be more efficient than the subsequent campaigns with USDT and other tokens. And if you stake Waves, you will get more Unit Zero. So basically, you will get like more bang for your buck. This is like the news I wanted to share. This is the most important thing. On Tuesday, testnet campaign is starting, and a bit later, TVL campaign is starting. And TVL campaign starts with Waves. Important announcement has been made, and was okay. So what happened last week? Why actually we are making this announcement? Because last week we released the testnet node of Units network. So basically now you can install your own unit node if you're like technically savvy. And that's why we can start, guys. So next week we will also release the code because currently GitHub is private. Next week it will become public and we can start. So that's it. This is like the great news. Uh, Pretty low key, but it's low key because we have not made the public announcement, and I just wanted to share it with you first. That's it, I think. We have some other news, but this is the most important, and you can ask me some questions during the AMA. That's why actually we're all here. So please knock yourself out. Fathers allowed. Any questions are game. So get started. A question in Russian about a token, West token on DEX, about some arbitrage with KuCoin. I have no idea actually. So what, but why don't you make arbitrage? I didn't know about that. Phoenix, like too late. Do you have a problem with the microphone? It sounds very low. Sorry, guys. Did you hear my announcement? Yeah, this is like bad. Let me. I'm using like iPods. I think it's better with them. Let me try to do something. Okay, I'll just try to like speak louder and enunciate better. Yeah, Beat3, thank you. I'll just try like, yeah, I know that I don't have a very loud voice, but I'll do my best. More questions. Let me scroll up and pick out some questions. Not so many questions, guys. Give me more questions. XTN transfers. I don't know. I will pin them again. I think they have made the swap of old Waves ERC into the new one. As for XTN transfers, I hope that they would do them as well, but okay, let me find out. Sound is great to me. Thank you, Carlos. Happy to see you here. Which yeah, man. Because yeah, about West. Yeah, like this is not my focus, but I will share some things about West token. Basically, there's gonna be a new gateway bridge token, which Pepe team is launching. And that's why there is this arbitrage, because old one was like centralized, and now we have only decentralized bridges, which Pepe team has created. So they need to create a new token for West. And after that, expect some news, because there are some projects that want to launch using West chain. I know a couple. We can unstake L2MP. It might be possible, but I mean, it will definitely be possible, as you understand, once unit has launched. But I think it might actually be possible before that. Just stay tuned. Staked wave is going to be locked. You will be able to unstake them anytime. Yeah, you won't have to hold them there. Like, yeah. When next? So, yeah, I don't know what happened with that tweet. A community tweeted about Nexo application. I have to find out. I think, yeah. I remember talking to them a couple of years ago, but it didn't move forward somehow. So maybe we should make another attempt. Start units, of course. Waves ETF. I approved it. I approved it, man. Don't worry about it. I approved Waves ETF. What is starting on Tuesday? Man, testnet campaign for units is starting on Tuesday. Once again, testnet campaign for units.network. Basically, the whole marketing campaign starts on Tuesday for units. What we had until today was some kind of like warm up. Now we are like starting properly. So probably this is gonna be the last AMA where we have less than 100 years, you know. So enjoy the silence, guys, if you remember the song. Uh, Mr. Perks, happy to see you here. Giveaway in different like channels, people like message about giveaways. No, 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 guys. Let's make this AMA very quiet. Like I think this is gonna be the last quiet AMA in history of Waves ecosystem. Depeche Mode, right, man. You should get some airdrop, you know. I will make sure that we will get some additional even zeros. Will we see many more articles like yesterday's from Cointelegraph? Yes, yes, there was some warm up. That was not like actually, so I can explain basically. So we are working with a live marketing company now, but they haven't started yet. So all those publications that came out, that went out, that was basically my connections. Our connections are like old media contacts that I reached out to. That's it. And our like core marketing team. So it wasn't like a campaign. It was just some kind of like exposure awareness thing, you know. So, and we haven't started properly yet. So this is gonna start next week with marketing company we're working with, and they have like a separate flow. So they have a list of bloggers, they have a list of influencers, they have a list of media, and we will go through that list one by one, starting from next week. We have also translated the Cointelegraph article into Spanish. Thank you very much, Carlos. I really appreciate. Colombia appreciates you guys. Latam is an awesome community, guys. Hope to be there one day. Somehow I haven't been in Latin America. What about waves on Coinbase? It's a very long story, man. So we've been like, I think I've known Brian Armstrong, like not in real life, but like online since 2016, I guess. You know, so we follow each other on Twitter. But actually, it didn't help because we had been talking to them for many, many years, I guess, starting from 2017 until 2021. And it didn't work out, you know, so probably it's something about Russian connection or, you know, but what can you do? What can you do? So I don't think, okay, centralized exchanges have become really important now, unfortunately. This is not that I'm like trying to somehow, you know, uh, say bad things about centralized exchanges because like people are people and it's not about like, you always have to remember that there is some like actual people working there, you know. The model is not good in my opinion, you know, but they are very important now, you know. But so there is like other centralized exchanges that we're gonna list on I mean units, you know. So Coinbase is big, but this is not the only exchange in the world, and maybe eventually we will be listed there. And it's funny, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about Brian, but they have some kind of monopoly now in the US. It's very funny. They're like Standard Oil, you know. You remember Standard Oil Company? Rockefeller, you know, basically they controlled like 95% of oil market in the US. And they were like dismantled. They were like broken down into different companies. So Coinbase is a bit similar now because they have like 95% of the US market currently, which is strange, which is very strange, especially for crypto because it's supposed to be decentralized. What about Waves ETF? Yes, next week. Yeah, sure. Anything for NSBT, let me reach out to the team. Yeah, I won't say anything else. I need to reach out to the guys. No, NSBT is gonna do fine, man. So even if I don't have to mention all those like mechanics that was supposed to launch in Ethereum, even with the current Windex, this is like window Waves index that has been launched in partnership with Puzzle, and SBT is gonna do fine, you know. So if Waves does fine, and SBT is gonna do very fine. So even if nothing new launches, they stopped wind because there's not any more waves in the treasury, I guess. You know, because they were supposed why it was happening, because they had to like buy new tokens for the index. And using treasury funds, they had to buy new tokens in such a way that index becomes balanced. So once it has become balanced, they stopped. Yeah, Vladimir is here, and Vladimir approved Ethereum ETF, and I approved Waves ETF. So everything's gonna be fine, guys. Will Unit 0 have a value one-to-one with L2MP? No, it's not supposed to be this way, man. Unit 0, okay, the final tokenomics will be revealed later, a bit later. Please stay tuned. But there is not going to be such a direct connection because L2MP is like a mining token, and also L2MP holders will receive an airdrop in Unit 0. So it's a bit trickier than that. Yeah. I can maybe tell you about like initial FDV, which is like fully diluted valuation. Is going to be, I think, at launch, it's going to be around 200 million for Unit 0, which is very, I would say, like not pessimistic, but like realistic. You know? So this is something that we can be sure of. And like, if you're asking me about what can happen next, it should go up considerably. But at launch, yeah, the target is 200 million. When is the official launch of units? So this summer, obviously. July, August, depending on not on like our internal developments, I think mostly on market conditions, you know, because we should make sure that the time is right, the timing is good, you know. So development actually won't take that long. We have it on the test net. Also, we need to finalize the bridges, internal bridges, but this is not going to take long. So what actually is required now is marketing campaign, testnet, TVL, and good timing based on the current market situation. That's it. So I think I expect it to be launched late summer. Yeah. What is the future of Virus? So basically, it will exist as a platform. It's not going to disappear, and people don't use it. No. So my thinking was to relaunch it as like a stable, not stable, fixed interest loan platform. Yeah, and probably I will stick to that idea, maybe with some upgrades, because maybe, you know, Pendler, I know I like the way they function. My idea was a bit different. Their idea is better, maybe like like, okay, it's better. So it's like more DeFi, so maybe I will get back to uh, uh, Virus and to that idea of a fixed interest platform, but with some modifications. But let me just launch units first, please. Are you coming to Latin America? Not right now, but I will for sure. Any VC progress? Yes. Soft commitments. Now we have a legal entity, and now we're gonna turn those soft commitments into hard ones. When numerous, yeah, man, stay tuned. What is the current purpose of the marketing DAO? Yeah, we found everything with it. We have how many people? We have a core marketing team, we have Spanish community team, we have BizDev person, not a team, but one person who works with exchanges, and it gets funded for the marketing DAO. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do anything. So marketing DAO is really useful. Waves price went down a bit, so there is some issue now with like paying the salary on time. But we're gonna resolve it because now we have units and fundraising is coming, so it's gonna be okay. So we have seen much worse. Will numerous be on L2? Good question, actually. So the question is whether we want to launch Waves version of Virus numerous or EVM. Waves will be faster. EVM probably will have more reach, so we have to think a bit. Will the gateways on the first level be from the Pepper team? No. Internal bridges in units are trustless. They work on the same security assumptions as Waves. So there's no need for any kind of additional bridges because the bridging is like integrated into the core of units. So all those interactions between different units, chains, and interaction between a specific unit chain and waves will be trustless. Hi, Sasha. Hi, Omolayo. Why we can apply? What do you mean why? Why apply? There's not so many ways there because like it's not but it's not about like it's mostly about waste price, which is not so good now. So we have to make sure that it goes up a bit because we have like a funding problem. But now we will have like other streams, hopefully. So let's see how it goes. It's not too long to wait because on Tuesday we launch the testnet campaign. I want to make sure, guys, that you've heard this. On Tuesday, next Tuesday, it's going to be launched. Yes. Crypto Espacio, thank you very much for your kind words. Waves is OG, but it's still not too old because like it's like 8 years old. And what is 8 years? It's nothing. So it's all just starting. Any progress on leverage? Shit, yeah. So basically, I really hope that the front end will be done next week, so because they're very close. Smart contracts are there, only front is missing. I told you that it will be launched this week, but next week I think for sure. Apologies. I suggest that both Neutrino and Numeris have presence on units. Absolutely. Index will be there. It's Phoenix, by the way. And lending let me think about it, because if I'm involved in any DeFi, this is going to be only DeFi that I have already been involved in, you know, because I'm not gonna start any new DeFi. That's for sure. This is like not something I want to focus on. But we have, like, I was involved in Virus, I was involved in Neutrino, so they will turn into something for sure. Do XX leverage trading fees go? No, no. It's like half of yeah, it's just fees, just like regular fees that you have on WX. That's it. So the idea is to increase them because we have to buy back WGs, and we have to buy back WX token as well to increase its price and to make the DAO participation worthwhile. Because there is a WX DAO, you can buy DAO token, and basically its price depends on the WX price and power token price. Power token price is quite stable. WX went down quite a lot, so we have to make sure that it goes back up. Martin Tartaglia, hi boys, hi Martin. John Lass, Waves announced several updates to protocols. And this warmed the ecosystem. Today, there doesn't seem to be much news, just talking about units. Because it is the focus, man. You know, so, and once units has been launched, there's going to be so many different things, because what is units? It's an ecosystem of chains, not even one chain. You know, so, and once it's launched, there's going to be like multiple projects, not even with their own DApps, but with their own chains, you know, and within those chains, you will have the apps. It's like a Russian doll, you know, like you have a chain and there's like, it's a project, and you have like projects on top of the chain, on inside of that like bigger project. And this is going to be interesting, and there's going to be a lot of action. But to make it happen, we need to launch units first. And this is what we are focusing on. If Sasha refunded WG, people would be back to using Waves, but it doesn't seem to happen. But this is what we are doing, man. You know, so because people who suffered and were like victims of the situation, they will receive in zero. And there is some kind of like disconnect here between, I think, between perception and between what we do. So it's not that we like move on, you know, now. Basically, what we do is meant to propel the ecosystem forward and resolve the old issues, you know. So there is no way we can pay anything because we don't have that money. So, but what we can do, we can create new things that have value and channel that value back to those users so that they are made whole. The plan is very simple, and this is the only plan possible, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective. West WG will be west from Pepe. Yes, exactly. Who will fund the counterpart to the leverage traders? They will trade against themselves. This is the idea. So it's more or less like DX approach. It's not like GMX. Basically, there is no other party. The other party is like traders. So you trade against other traders. Because I don't believe in that like idea of trading against the traders, because it's not gonna end well. Or it's too strenuous, you know, it's like, you know, What the name of the Nike sneakers you wore? I have no idea about any clothes I wear, man, really. So because I've never bought any clothes for I don't know how many years. It's gifts from my relatives, from my girlfriend. So, so I have no idea. Don't ask me, and I don't care about any clothes I wear. John Lass, I wish that God enlightens your mind to make the right decisions and correct mistakes, and that people can recover their funds. Thank you, man. This is like, I'm not sure about the God's plans, but I'm doing my best. You know, so what happened to Wake project? I need to reach out to Max again because, as you know, probably I lost access to my old TG account, and I haven't like gotten all the contacts back yet. So I will reach out to Max. This is like the situation is ridiculous. I agree with you guys, and I'm sorry and my apologies. How much is needed to pay all WG tokens? It's like 10 mil, I think, more or less. Love within the air. Okay. When Binance delist waves. I love you too, man. At least more wave tokens on other exchanges. Yes, let's focus on units, man. It's coming. It's big. It's gonna be big. Multi-billion-dollar project. You know, billion with a B. Uh Give him more questions, guys. I was late, but okay. So it's like a calm AMA, but I've made a very important announcement or an announcement. No. Yeah, absolutely, man. Unit to the three commas club. Yeah, absolutely. To them. Waves is gonna go to the center of galaxy, which is a bit tongue in cheek if you think about it. I won't tell you why. And where should units go? Hmm, good question. Tell me, tell me. You know, so Moon is not enough. What's next for Stake Booster? Yeah, I'm talking to the guys. There is some like problem I can share with you in terms of WX mechanics, because initially it was more close to curve, but now you get a boosted APY only if you vote for the pool where you provide your liquidity. And this is not optimal for Stake Booster. So, because it's like it's a bit different from the way it's usually done on Ethereum. And I think we will get together with both WX and Stake Booster teams and decide how we can fix that. Because for Stake Booster, it would be better that if the mechanics of boosting on WX was closer to what you have on Curve. I won't go into details, but you can figure it out actually if you want. So we need to do a bit of homework, I think. Yeah, but I think Stake Booster is gonna do very fine. And also WX is gonna do fine because they will have an EVM version, and we have a lot of ideas about some kind of like liquidity aggregator from all Ethereum chains. And that can become one of the first projects on units, actually. They will have their own chain, I guess. And this is gonna be another big marketing push that we're gonna make right after units has been launched. Really, Binance will delist waves? I don't think so, but anything can happen in this world, man. Waves Yeah. Yeah. Vladimir said so. Okay. Vladimir said that Binance will not delist waves, and so be it. Binance will not do it. Explain solar waves in a nutshell. Why we should join DAO? Actually, yes. Maybe you should explain. But I will, yeah. So I helped launch it yesterday, even like loan some power tokens. Uh, uh, I think it's like a unique project basically. So I don't remember anything similar in crypto. It's like a real world thing basically, and it's very neat in terms of like idea. Basically, you buy an NFT and it's connected to one solar panel and it pays you APY. You can sell it as well if you want. It's pretty clever. And also the DAO guarantees that you won't lose money because there is some kind of like power stakers in the protocol. And they guarantee that the payments will not stop. If they do, basically that power can be slashed and paid back to people who bought those NFTs. This is the idea. It's like it's real world, it's DAO based, it has some nice mechanics. Check it out, guys. Check it out. The campaign has started yesterday. Not much traction yet, but we didn't promote yet. So yeah, check it out on power.tech. No difference between Sasha and Doc One. Okay, I love you too. Uh, I wish Doc One well. You know, so wherever he is, I don't really know what happened there. Doc One was at the Waves event 2017 in Korea. It was very funny. I shared that story, you know, because he wasn't Doc One back then, but someone found him on a photo like years later, you know. So we were in South Korea in 2017, and yeah, so he visited our event. When can I convert testnet Unit 0 to testnet waves? Oh yeah, man, let's do it next week because we have a DEX now on Unit 0. And let's just add this pair. I will talk to the guys, to swap.fi guys. Did you know where Doc One hit his cold wallets? I know what you are driving at. You know, so no, I don't think that was like, I don't know. I don't care actually. Uh if you install successfully, can we allocate 10 million to WG? We can just channel Union Zero to those guys, you know. So yeah. What is the point of power if the vote is Union Zero? Stay tuned. Stay tuned, please. Yeah, we will see. Okay, guys. Give me more questions. Or we can wrap it up because I did what I should have done actually. You know, so I announced the Tesla campaign. Good question. For the Union Zero launch campaign, will there be a new Zealy or we will use the ambassador one? I think separate Zealy, guys. I think we will try to integrate both, but I think there's going to be a separate Zealy. But you can participate in both, right? So it's not a big deal. Surf. There is a plan for Surf actually. It was revealed when Windex token was announced. So there is this like portion of XTN that had not been burned, and it was reserved for surf. So the plan is the same, man. If we have some additional funds that can, for example, be used for buyback, I will definitely do that to just, reduce the negative energy. So it depends. So it's not going to be like tied to any mechanics, just buyback, just like and burn. But we need to have some funds for that. Otherwise, we will stick to the plan, which has already been announced. Basically, surf will be converted to XTN, and there is some XTN in reserves that are allocated for this. Can you please post what you guys bought with the money you've stolen? Man, you can maybe like, like I haven't bought anything. I got nothing. Like literally, I don't possess anything, including crypto. And if you like don't believe me, there is like official channels to verify. No, I mean police, man, police. It's a great institution. You should go to the police. I mean, you could channel through OTC deals because most WG holders want stables. It's not so like, it's possible as well, but it requires some kind of like centralized authority. If we can just drop tokens, and this is the same, but much easier to implement, in my opinion, and faster. Norman, your local police, Vicious Fidelity, go to your local police department, or there is SEC, FBI, Interpol. You reach out to them. There was a Twitter poll about staking waves and use of the profits, but how will it be transparent for how the funds will be used? Please explain. Staked where? KGB, right? So basically, there's going to be TVL campaign, and we'll start with waves. So you will have to stake waves in a smart contract, but you will be receiving the profits like normally. So it's like leasing. You will get that APY that you get like normally. So I think we're not going to keep it. It doesn't make too much sense, I think, because like in terms of timing, this is not going to be too lengthy. So it's better to just pay the interest, and that's it. Also, at 10K soon. Absolutely. No, it's not gonna be like dollar to dollar, man. It's gonna be based. You can't make it like you can't just send a volatile token based on its dollar value. No, it's not gonna be like that. So potentially, it can be more than $1, So, and if it's not, but there's going to be more projects on units, and basically we can channel some other tokens. For example, from unit DAO, it's a possibility as well. And then you're hiding in Dubai. Man, I'm not hiding in Dubai. I'm okay. This is stupid. Serve convert to WX? No, WX10. That was announced when Windex was announced. Thank you for the email. Carlos, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for your work in the community. I will come to the EU, I think, next week, man. So come to see me, man. I go wherever I want to, like. Just follow my Twitter. I always announce where I'm going, in which conferences I participate. You can just go to the conference and meet me in person. It's very simple. Good vibes on waves. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Okay, guys, so a couple more questions and let's wrap it up for today. Mr. Perks, I will someday for sure. What is the Pete next big news? There is some for the next week. You will see, guys. Yeah, about Pete, I won't tell you now. There is some pretty cool stuff coming for Pete. Ask US Congress to fund waves. There's some other guys, who ask them to fund something. Go to Haiti. I was in Dominican Republic once. It's close. Okay, I will remind them. Okay, guys, so let's wrap it up. So next week, finally, testnet campaign is launching. We will reveal the questing platform, and you will basically be collecting points, which will be eventually turned into Unit 0 tokens by completing some tasks on Unit testnet. So it's coming. Big campaign is starting. And let's see how it goes. Let's get excited, guys. Finally starting. I love you all. Next week, where you just follow my Twitter, man. I always announce any participation in conferences and stuff like that. Just follow my Twitter and come to the event. Thank you very much, guys. It's starting finally next Tuesday. I love you all. Power to the people, ride on waves, and units is coming.